I don't have my whole life figured out yet, but I have a story to tell you about 20 years of my life being in Vietnam, and about 5 years of being a songwriter. I'm a Vietnamese songwriter, and it's kind of a rare thing. It started when I was in kindergarten, and I remember the first moment when I actually feel the whole point of music of a song. We have sung all our lives, like I was one and there's always music in the background. But like there's one time when the teacher made us listen to something she sing, and she sang it to me, and I can feel myself tearing up. And it was weird to me because I noticed that everyone around, they wasn't crying. They was like, yeah, it's music, so what? But it was like, what is this? And so on. I feel like I actually felt good listening to music. So from then on, I decided that I'm going to be a songwriter. And I remember one moment, I was sitting and looking up the sky and just making absurd song about clouds and all that. When I get older, it just mind determined just keep getting stronger and stronger. But the encouragement of people around is getting weaker and weaker. Like when I was just in kindergarten and I decided I'm gonna be a songwriter, everybody applaud and there you go, you're gonna be a great superstar. And when I get to secondary school, that boy really want to be a songwriter, isn't he? And when I get to high school, a songwriter. And when I get to college, university, which is now, people actually say no, don't be, because it's not a real job at all. My dad just walks in and say we're not in the position to be someone like that. And mom say, I know you're gonna be a great musician, dude. Just get a backup job. I'm 21 now, and I can proudly say that I'm a songwriter. And when I get here, I know that it's a pretty lonely journey. There's not a lot of people here. There's not a lot of songwriters in Hanoi and in Vietnam. And there's a couple reasons for that. One is because we don't make a lot of money out of this, not at all. And we cannot call it a real job. This is because that money for an album, for a gig in Vietnam is really cheap, just because that we're not making a lot in ourselves, and originality is not really being appreciated enough in here. And we cannot have a ground for music and the music industry to grow in. Therefore, the music industry is one of the most depressing industry in this country. There's no such thing as a band manager here. There's a promoter, or a company. There's no such thing as that. And there's just, if you want to be a songwriter and you start writing song with no money, you start with zero money, and it will be a very hard journey for you, because there's nobody by your side who is a professional in helping you with your career. The second reason is that there seems to be something blocking the way of someone who wants to write music. I have friends from the music academies that they only want to play covers, or they only want to practice different genre, just different style of song with their instrument, but they never write. It feels as if there's a big writer's block looming all over us, and it's crushing us, and it's destroying our willing to write a song, to write anything. And this something is really dangerous because it's killing creativity. And without creativity, we cannot thicken the culture. And I think it's threatened us all, and it's really dangerous. And we need to know there's something. Well, I'm going to tell you how I found out how to write a song. And with that, I found out there's something that we need to get rid of. I listen to all kinds of music, and I love a lot of songs in different genre. Like I love some hip hop song, I love some folk song, I love some V-pop song too, but not a lot of them. So I can notice that we can write a good song no matter in what genre we choose. So to cook up, to have a recipe for a good song, we don't have to pay attention to the style of song really. We have material from everywhere, so we can choose that. So when someone walked up to me and said, "What kind of music do you write? What genre of music do you write?" I said, "I don't know. I never know what kind of music I write." Somebody say, let's start saying that you guys are an indie band, so okay, it's indie music, but really I have no idea what indie is. I just write songs. To write a song, you need only answer 4 main questions. How long the song is, that means what tempo it's in, and how many parts it has, and how thick the song is. That means how many instruments are there that's going to play. How is the song played? That means that each instrument in each section, what line are they going to play? What chord? What's the progression of the song? And what is the song about? We're talking about lyrics. What is the theme of the song? Now, with this 4 questions, you can answer each you don't have to answer them all at once. But when you're done answering these 4 questions, you got a song. You don't even have to give it a name. If you want to give it a name, it's fine. So you can answer this any way you want. Like how long the song is, I can answer that it's in 110 beats per minute, and it have all this thing, and it's about 5 minutes long. But Jack White answered that it's 1 note long, just 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's the song. How thick the song is, I can say that there's a big orchestra behind me and then 10 guys back singing for me. Well, Jeff Buckley only sing his song and then clap it with his hand. You guys know that song? Be your husband if you be my wife. He's so good in that one. And how is the song played? I can say that it's in A major, it's in C major. I tried writing a song in both A major and G major, and it's not that weird too. What's the song about? I can write it about love. I can write about breakups. I can write about politician. George Harrison wrote it about little piggies playing in the dirt. Or is it the same thing? I don't know. So with this knowledge, we have the full freedom to be able to write anything we want. So we don't have to be afraid of that. So we can, with this idea, I can write a song. But I want to write a good song, a great song, a song that catches attention, that maybe one day become a hit or a classic. This is a big dream. So I need a pattern. I need to find this thing that I can cope with, with this I can write a great song. So that's when I come up with the term uncomfortably honest. I have to be honest, and I have to do it with some discomfort. Honest, I'm talking about writing a song with true experience from your life, writing and hiding less things. Like I write the lyrics of my songs are the things that I usually don't say to everybody around, and it's crazy because I feel this cramped up inside me that I cannot really do this, that I just stand naked in front of everybody and talk about my life. And I tried it. I tried to do it once or twice. I did it right here, standing right here in one event, writing a song about my breakup and with my girlfriend, who's with my ex-girlfriend, who's now my girlfriend again. She's sitting right over there. I stood here and I said that I wrote this song about my ex-girlfriend, whom I hope that is not here today, and I sing the song, and people never clap so loud in my entire career, so I consider that a big success. And so, be honest is a great thing. To the honesty, it's something that makes your song believable and create the connection between you and the audience. The second thing is that to be uncomfortable. I'm talking about trying something out, trying stuff that leads people at stride, just like Jack White, just like George Harrison, just like all those guys. They try something out. Maybe you can give a common progression, you can give a common drum beat, but maybe try weird lyrics or some weird technique in it. And you need both of this to create a good song, a great song, because without honesty, you're going to feel a little bit pretentious, and you don't want that. You want people to feel you, and most people appreciate the honesty in song the most. And if there are still people liking your song, if you're being dishonest, but it's still, the song doesn't help you because you're just wearing an armor, and you want people to see you as the way that you want them to see you, but not the way that they just see you naked. So stand naked in front of everybody every time you sing, and that will at least create attention. And being uncomfortable, if you write a song, a comfortable song, but still honest, it's gonna be a little bit boring, isn't it? You don't create attention, and you stay too much in your. If you stay too much in your comfort zone, and then it's comfortable for everybody, and everybody won't notice, and it's not going to be a message strong enough for people to pass around. But if you stay out of the comfort zone, they tell me not to stand in there. I ain't standing there. I want to stand here. So it's going to create at least attention, and then it's something that people want to talk about. So I think that we need to be both uncomfortable and honest to write a song. So that's why I come up with why it is so hard to do that. Because we're living in a societies where dishonesty is too much appreciated. Because we just go outside in the society in Hanoi, especially Hanoi. When you go, you have to choose your own gas station. You cannot just go to any gas station now because you cannot trust all of them. You don't trust someone who asks for your phone just to make a phone call, or just ask for what time is it. You cannot give a stranger that. You cannot just put it out. You cannot stay like over 50 centimeters away from your own cell phone. And this is reasonable, but it's also everybody will have a trust issue. And when everybody has a trust issue, they became afraid of something new. And an art piece, not alone a song, is something new. So we have to be more open to that, in order to push up creativity. I don't have a lot of bad critics in my songs, but my friends, they always try to be experimental in their songs, and it's really those pieces are really honest, but they receive a lot of bad critics just because it's something new. And I want you guys to notice that something new, whether you like it or not, it's still really admirable to create something original. It's the originality that matters now, because creativity is in danger. The ability to create of people in this society is really vulnerable. Just like being honesty in a world where everybody is dishonest. It makes you vulnerable. if you stand naked in front of everybody and just tell your life story to someone you don't know, you're already really vulnerable than everyone else. I'm going to tell you the story of my childhood that gives an example to both of that. I was sitting in my class in high school. Those were the last day of high school, and we had to write an essay about the environment, about saving the environment, and it was a competition that whoever write the best essay about the environment wins some particular amount of money. And the thing is that we don't have the choice. We had to write the essays. That's what the teacher said. And you know why we have to write the essays? Because nobody wants to write this essay. So when they have to write it, everybody copy from one guy, and the first guy who wrote it copied it from a cardboard. So there's no value. And the way I can see how they did it so professionally, I know that every class did it. And the way that every class did it, every school must be did it. There's like two guys who cares about that. So I want to do something. I don't want to write it. I ain't writing it. I don't want to write it. And I tell the teacher, and I can already see that the teacher is kind of like, I've stepped out of my comfort zone, and it makes the teacher uncomfortable too. She got twitchy eye like this. And she said that, don't you care about the environment at all? And I said, dude, we both know that this is not, it does not help the environment whatsoever. And you have to stare square to that fact. So making this something that you have to do is already dishonest. And the way that I see my classmate when I stand up there and I tell my teacher that I didn't want to do it, they try to shut me up. They try like, dude, just sit back down. And it's the way that they want me to stay in the comfort zone like them. And after, it's pretty bad. After I went to the principal office and I got my spanking hour, but after that it's fine. And so the consequence that could have been higher, but I wasn't aware of the consequence, but it's much easier to get through. So I think that people are afraid too much of the consequence that they don't do a lot of stuff in here, because there's not a lot of people creating music in here, not enough. So I just want to send this really simple message that every time we see somebody coming up with something really new, something experimental, something original, we don't have to necessarily agree with it. We don't have to like it, and but we need to appreciate it because it's original, and maybe pass the word around, and maybe somebody will like it. You don't have to like it, but don't criticize it, because it's only something that's gonna make our culture better. It's gonna make creativity grow stronger. And stay out of the comfort zone. Do something weird, legal if you can, please. But try to do something weird every day. Maybe just start with a little bit experimental, a little bit weird, and then be really weird, like way over here. Some of my friends are way over here now, and I think that they're really admirable. Like one of my friend, he's a boy, and he got his hair really long down here, and you don't see a lot of boys doing that. And everybody, when he goes out, everybody was looking at him and thought he was a girl and say this and that's him. And I asked him, how can you be comfortable living a life like that? And I realized that he wasn't comfortable at all. He just got comfortable of being so uncomfortable all the time. And he got used to it. He got used to it. And so with this, he grew stronger. he grows more familiar when he gets to the uncomfortable zone, and he's more able to create art, and he's one of my really big idol. So being honest and uncomfortable is the way to create something new. And creating something new will make the culture stronger, and it will at least make the economy stronger. Like 9.5 billion people go to Britain every year for music. 8 million people go to Korea every year for K-pop. What if I tell you that Vietnamese people have this ability to do something great? We're just chilling too much. If we stand up, we have the ability to do something great, and we can achieve great numbers like them. And I think the music scene is getting better now. There are more bands and then more artists writing songs much more interesting. And soon we're going to be noticed by the world in a bigger range. So if we just appreciate the new things that are coming up, because there are going to be a lot of new things presented to the society. Thank you.